Welcome to This Explainer. We're diving straight into the insider tricks that experienced travelers use to snag their preferred flight seats without spending a single extra dime. We all love that rush of booking a trip, right? Whether you're relocating, heading off to study, or just taking a much-needed vacation, it's super exciting. But man, there's this hidden hurdle right at the very end of the booking process that catches literally so many of us completely off guard.
So let's talk about that universal frustration for a second. Have you ever tried booking a flight, got all the way to the end, and suddenly, bam, the airline is asking you to pay a premium just to choose where you sit? You just want a window seat, an aisle seat, or, to actually sit next to your family. But right before checkout, these extra charges magically pop up. It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it?
Well, to fix this, we're going to walk through a chronological traveler's survival guide. We'll be looking at the seat selection trap, understanding basic economy, early booking strategies, the 24-hour check-in hack, tactics at the airport counter, and finally, how to travel smarter and save money. Let's get right into it.
First up, Section 1, the seat selection trap. The crazy thing is, so many travelers just accept these hidden checkout surprises as like a normal cost of flying. They simply don't know there are way smarter ways around them. Look, whether you're moving abroad or just taking a weekend trip, every single dollar counts. You absolutely do not have to just surrender your cash to these charges. Experienced flyers know that with just a tiny bit of know-how, you can bypass this trap entirely.
Moving right along to Section 2, understanding basic economy.
Okay, so over the years, airlines rolled out what they call basic economy or light fare tickets. And hey, on the surface, they look fantastic, right? The base price is super cheap, but they come with some massive catches. The biggest one, they strip away your ability to pick your seat for free when you book. Basically, the airline is separating the cost of where you sit from the cost of the actual flight.
And naturally, airlines immediately slap a premium price tag on the spots everyone actually wants. They know exactly what we're looking for. Window seats for the view, aisle seats so you can stretch out, front row spots for a quick getaway, plus extra legroom and exit rows. They're basically nudging you to pay extra for basic comfort. And think about it. For families or groups traveling together, multiplying that fee per person adds up so incredibly fast. It's wild.
So, how do we beat the system? That brings us to Section 3, smart early booking strategies.
Your strategy to claim a free seat actually doesn't start at the airport. It starts weeks or ideally months before your departure. When ticket sales first open up, airlines release a huge batch of free standard seats. So the earlier you book, the better your chances of snagging one of these without paying extra. A lot of folks wait until the last minute, and by then, poof, the standard seats are totally gone, leaving you stuck with the expensive premium options. Now, during this early booking stage, you really have to adjust your expectations. Airlines make their cash by charging extra for those premium areas, like the front cabin or emergency exit rows. But standard economy seats are very often still free if you just know where to look. Instead of getting totally distracted by the best-looking seats on the map, your goal should just be to grab a comfortable, standard seat and keep that cash in your pocket.
You should also keep in mind that the timing of your trip is a huge factor here. Traveling during less busy times drastically increases your chances of finding free seats. If you're flying during holidays, weekends, or peak seasons, those flights fill up fast, and the free options vanish in the blink of an eye. Oh, and one more thing, before you even click book, always read the airline's specific seating policy. They all operate completely differently. Some let you pick for free at check-in, others charge you from day one. Knowing this up front saves you from a really nasty surprise later.
Okay, let's jump to Section 4, which is absolutely crucial, the 24-hour check-in hack.
Timing is literally everything here. Most airlines open their online check-in exactly 24 hours before the flight takes off. And during this tiny window, absolute magic happens. Seats that were previously locked away might suddenly open up for free. So here is your foolproof game plan. Find out the exact minute check-in opens. Then log into the airline's website or app immediately at that 24-hour mark. Seriously, don't wait 5 minutes, don't wait an hour. Grab your seat before anyone else realizes what's going on. If you snooze, you lose, and those better free seats will be gone in seconds.
Next up, Section 5, at the airport counter.
So what happens if you haven't secured the perfect seat yet? Well, you still have one last trick up your sleeve. A lot of people don't realize this, but if a flight isn't completely full, airline staff actually have to shuffle passengers around during final boarding just to balance the weight of the plane, or to keep families together. This means a super polite, friendly request to the check-in agent for a better seat at no extra cost can work wonders. It's never a guarantee for sure, but experienced travelers use this tactic all the time, and you'd be shocked at how often it actually works.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6, Travel Smarter, Save Money.
At the end of the day, picking your seat without paying extra comes down to timing, planning, and just understanding how the airline system works. By making a few smart moves, the payoff is huge. You save your hard-earned money, you sit way more comfortably, you avoid that horrible sinking feeling of stress right at checkout, and honestly, you just enjoy a vastly better flying experience because you are the one in control, instead of being nickel and dimed by the airline.
I really want to point out that this entire explainer is based on some seriously excellent advice from @Travelism. They do an amazing job sharing helpful travel guides, relocation opportunities, and study abroad updates. They provide real, actionable information specifically designed to help international travelers, especially Africans looking to explore better opportunities abroad, navigate the super complex world of international travel. Because let's face it, knowing these kinds of hacks is an absolutely essential part of stepping out into the world smartly and efficiently.
So the next time you fly, I want you to remember something. That checkout screen, it's a negotiation, not an ultimatum. Are you going to let the airlines nickel and dime you for a basic comfort, or will you use their own system against them to take back control of your journey? The rules of travel are changing, so make sure you're the one playing the game, not the one being played. Try this out on your next trip, safe travels, and keep flying smarter.